Yo, VIPs, let's kick it. We're back with the World Racing Community for the Japanese Touring Masters Round 5. Ladies and gents, we are at the high speed ring. I don't know if the high speed ring's ever featured on my channel before. I'm really excited about this. Hello, it's Thingymajig here, and you have found yourself on Thingymajig Racing Channel, and we are with the Crazy Kooks at the World Racing Community, and they are at the midpoint of their Japanese Touring Masters. It's round 5, and we are at the high speed ring. We have got minutes before qualifying, so let us get you up to speed, shall we? Round 5 high speed ring, featuring one of the highest average speeds on the JTM calendar. Who will make the right calls on the predicted brutal tyre wear? High speed ring's GT7 design has extended the second and third straights and sharpened the second corner, making it more like a hairpin. Grandstands were also added on the outside of turn 2, and the grass runoff was removed. It also looks like a pit lane that starts at the end of turn 5, beginning of turn 6, was renovated in favour for a pit lane that starts at the end of the first straight, judging by the track's map. Okay, what is the JTM? It's all right telling you where we are and what we are, but what is this that we're watching? What crazy racing is this? Oh no, who's that? Ben Hughes. He might not have a livery. Let's have a look. I think Matty's livery looks a-okay. Fantax, that's lovely. Oliver, it's too far away. There you go, that's good. Yeah, it looks like liveries have loaded in. It's just probably that particular one doesn't have a livery. So here we go then. World Racing Community Season 4 Japanese Touring Masters. This is WRC's flagship endurance racing series. The race regulations, the balance of performance will be on. The tyres are at ×3 deg, and they have the it's an open use, I believe. Oh no, I've got the regs wrong again. No, I think they can use whatever tyre they want, from the racing, soft racing, medium racing, hard, intermediates and wets. It's open strategy. See, it says it right there. I should have just carried on reading. The fuel is at ×2 and the refuel is at ×12. The weather is random for all races, and heavy damage, I believe, is back on again. I know we turned it off for the streets of Tokyo, but I do believe that the damage is back on to heavy, man. So the car choices is the Honda NSX GT500 08, the Nissan GTR GT500 08, and the Lexus SC430 GT500 08. That's my PIN number. It's anyone's pick for the season, and the cars are pretty evenly matched pre-patch. The format of the race this championship is a 90-minute race. Qualifying will be 15 minutes, starting at 8 p.m. and it's a rolling start. And that is all the information you possibly need. The only other thing left on my tick box before we get to qualifying is to read the table. And do we have a table? I didn't trust it last time, did I? I bailed halfway thinking that's not enough points. We're going to go with it. It's the Season 4 Japanese Touring Masters. First place is Sinistore on 89 points. Second place is Boosted on 81 points. It's a tough battle out front. Third place we have MJ on 50 points, and Nitro is fourth on 50 points. Oh, which one's Nitro? I think it might be J Car. Adnap is 5th on 48 points, Chunky 6th on 38 points, Garuda 7th on 38 points, Matt is 8th on 36 points, OSX Thunder is 9th on 32 points, Autosport is 10th on 20 points, JTR is 11th on 19 points, Big Dan is 12th on 11 points, Deacon Do is 30. That can't be Deacon, he hasn't taken part, has he? Well, if he has, he's 13th on 10 points, Sennaboy 14th on 9 points, Fusion is 15th on 8 points, Unknown is 16th on 6 points, Woody is 17th on 4 points, Huds is 18th on 3 points. I don't recognise half those names. It's because I have, I think I have the nicknames on, shall I? Just for the giggles of it all, shall I put the usernames on lines? You might have a better idea. So, Matman. Oh, Matman's better, I might call him that. Who was Fusion Shadow? can't remember who Fusion Shadow is now. That was... now I've got to go back to the nicknames, for heaven's sakes. What's going on? Oliver. Oliver is Fusion Shadow. I don't know what to use. I like to use nicknames because they don't have to pay £7 to change them. I'm going with nicknames. You'll just have to suss it. Just have to work it out. Now, if you've happened upon this and you've thought, this is all right, but I really want to be where the driver is, I've got some great news for you. Oh, no, Chunky's just come in. Because Chunky Ribena, search him on YouTube. He also streams Point of View. It is a fantastic stream. It's what you expect from a class act streamer. So get yourself over to YouTube, because what you see in here is not going to be as good as what's going on over there. Trust. Believe. But yeah, check him out. Lots of likes, lots of love. Say Thingy said hello. That'd be lovely. I'll watch it. I'll watch his stream afterwards, so I'll be checking up on you guys if you haven't gone over and said Thingy says hello. Duffman is in the chat. He says holla, and he says Thingy in the house. Yes, man, this is exciting stuff. Is this still practice? I don't believe this is qualifying. It could be qualifying, you know. Looks like a couple are sitting back. Now, I believe Boosted is still doing his starting from the back row. That's his challenge for himself this season. So I believe Boosted we will not see out of the pits during qualifying. And so we're watching the big of Dan the big man. He is in the Lexus. He went for a radical strategy. If you remember last week, he stayed on the softs as much as he could during the race, even though he had to change them quite often. He's on his outlap at the moment. Fantax, I'll give you a little hint, guys. Well, not a little hint, it's like I raced with these guys, some of these guys, midweek. I'm gonna try it. I might do the replay, you know. It was a good bash in the Lambos. They have a Tuesday night championship running, and yeah, man. And I was racing with Fantax. It was great fun, chasing him down. I'm not going to tell you no more, just in case I stream it. But yeah, I rode with these guys. My soul was christened with their oil. Oh man, and I've got some Jack Daniels on the go tonight. It's Gentleman Jack, actually. It's strong. Ooh. And I'm going to try and avoid sneezing, because I think the census was it was the sneeze that spun Garuda last week. So sneezers will be on mute this week, I promise. Thy thee. TDR just heads out. Someone's starting. I can see. There's people. There we go. Fantax. He's on a lap. We'll watch it here at the high speed. He's almost done that lap. This is a real short lap, man. Is this a good idea, taking these cars that are this fast around a track this short for 90 minutes? It's going to be bedlam. I predict chaos ahead. Watch out. So Big Dan is the fastest man so far, 104.3. Fantax second fastest with a 104.8. No, he's not. Adnap has gone in there with a 103.9. He has crushed the fours. He has waved goodbye to those fours and said, see you later, alligator. And that whiskey's still making me want to cough. I'm just talking through it, just thinking, yeah, I can soldier on through this. Just a little one, just a little tickle. So Adnap getting purples again. Limited Reckless is in second. Man alive, that's J Carr's car. Have I left it the nicknames? Has J Carr changed his... Oh my good golly gosh, is that a Lexus? It is a Lexus. It's a Castrol Lexus. That is what J Carr was driving last week. Is he now Limited Reckless? I cannot keep up with it. Their liveries and their names change as often as my underwear. There is Sinestor in a lovely looking Nissan with an identity crisis. Thinks it's a Jaguar. He's third fastest. Fourth fastest, Garuda. And he is also in the Nissan. So we've got what? Honda at the top, a Lexi, And then we have a Nissan. Big Dan in a Lexus, 6th fastest so far. No, scrub that, because Matthew Studios make way. No, he's in 4th. Someone else has gone in. Garuda. Wow, it's hard and heavy at the moment. Let's just watch Garuda's lap, because he's 200ths off of pole. The lap times are dropping. They're flying in at the moment. MJ's gone 3rd fastest ahead of Sinistor. And Thunder's set a time, but at the moment we're watching Garuda as it's such a short lap. We have that. Oh no, he's 2/10 off. Well, maybe. Let's see if he can make it up in the next bit. We are dabbling with a minor time here. It's hundredths that we're playing with. So if he can find that time back, he still has a shout at pole position. It's a 10th. He's pulled a 10th back. Is there more in this track? Chunky Ribena setting a time, but he's not in the top 8. That surprises me. And Garuda bails on that lap. He says no good indeed. Adnap absolutely flying. MJ 3rd, then Sinister is 4th, Limited Reckless is 5th, then Matthew Studios is in 6th. 7th for Dan, he's had enough, he's in the pits. 8th is Fantax Racing. 9th Oliver Chunky Ribena 10th. Remember, he was driving injured last week. He had wrist problems, so maybe still being hampered by that darned wrist. Ooh, a little welcoming me to the barrier. And then in 12th we have J Car. So it is J Car. So my lord, we've got 2 Castrol Lex highs in this race. Ben Hughes is 13th. He's in the pits at the moment. Then Autosport 14th, and 15th are boosted because he has not left the pits as of yet. In the chat, Bart saying, go big D, make the Wonder Nuts proud. And good evening, Thingy. Great to have your sweet voice in my headphones. Well, it's a pleasure to be in your brain. I was hoping to see you on the track. There's still one position. I'm surprised a reserve was not called for. So we're watching MJ. He's on an outlap. Why are we watching someone on an outlap, you ask? We'll watch Sinistor. He's up. He's up. He's not got purples, but that is faster. That would put him ahead of Adnap. So he's 2/10 faster than he's gone in that first sector. Those tyres were clinging on for life. I wouldn't be surprised. He's lost a little time. Wouldn't be surprised if he bails on this just for new tyres. I don't know how much left of qualifying. Well, we've got a good amount of time still left. It's a short lap. They can whiz it round. So, but you look at that, 6 laps on the softs, and they're virtually done. Sinister then, he only moves ahead of MJ after that lap. Matthew Studios doing a strong, oh, I reckon he got a tow. I reckon he grabbed himself a tow off a Sinister there. I don't think, are they allowed to tow? I can't remember. I do remember on the Tuesday night they were told not to tow. So they might not be able to. Got the message I was in, but then I wasn't. Don't know what happened. Oh. So Adnap's on pole. Garuda, 2nd fastest. What's he doing in this sector? Oh, he's up. That could be pole. That could be pole. Vodka Rob in the chat saying, good evening, sir. Hope you're well. I'm all right. I'm all right. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm very good. Thank you very much for asking. Yeah, I hope you're aware. I hope you are well as well. We're racing Sunday. Exciting. The only practice I've done is I did some laps on the daily race. I didn't race in the daily races. I just had a little go in the practice bit. So Garuda then. Oh, mama! Didn't he shave that? That is a gnat's whisker between Adnap and Garuda for the battle of pole. Sinister having a rest. MJ still raring to go. Only 600ths behind, and this one could be it. Look, 400ths up. Sinister, look at the screen. Watch your destiny. your fate is in MJ's hands right now. And MJ is just about to take... Oh, wowzers. Just slightly faster, MJ there. Matthew Studios in 5th. Then we have Limited Reckless doing a fine job in the Lexi. Thunder is 7th fastest at the moment. It's 3/10, but he's only 6/10 off pole. That's how tight it is out there. It's fantastic.
So I might well be eye-bathing just before we race.
So Thunder then, he's close, just under his own time. He needs to find a good 4/10 though. Chunky Ribena has put another lap in as we look for Thunder going across the line, and no, he gains nout from that, but still 7th is good. Ollie coming around now in the Honda. His last attempt. Can he move himself up the grid in this final go? Oh, he does ahead of Thunder. Nice work from Ol. The Oliver has done it all in the last seconds. Big Dan's in the pits in 9th, 10th for Fantax Racing, 11th is Autosport. Chunky Ribena still going around. There's still hope for the Ribena, but he's had a little brush with the barrier. And can he still gain time from this? He's nearly 2/10 down on his own time with 1 corner to go. It does not look hopeful. J Car just about to cross the line. Is there anything there? It looks like he may have... Oh, did he go faster? J Car does go faster ahead of Thunder. Thunder got D'd at the end of this session. And I don't think it said Chunky went any faster there. So looks like this is your grid. Adnap, Garuda, Matthew Studios right at the very end there as well. Came in with a killer lap. Sinister in 4th, 5th for MJ. Limited Reckless is still going around. There's still wiggle room here in this. Oh no, he's going into the pits. So Limited Reckless abandons his lap. He starts 6th, 7th for Oliver. J Car is starting in 8th. Thunder will start 9th, 10th for Big Dan, 11th for Fantax Racing. TDR Autosport 12th, 13th for Chunky Ribena. It's not where he's used to being. Ben Hughes in 14th. And Get Boosted did not partake. Ad Nap. Well done. What a lap. What an absolute blinding lap. So there we go. And Vodka Rob in the chat saying, I know, right? I'm just getting through another eye infection as well. So I might well be eye bathing just before we race. Fun times. And Vodka Rob also saying, it won't stop me racing. I'll just have to put up with the itch. It'll be encased in your VR, so you'll be fine. You won't feel it. You'll be too busy concentrating on the road ahead. So let's have a look at those standings then, as was enough to give us the graphic. We may well use it. Slightly packed. We're so dead. I'll tell you, it crossed my mind how tight this one is with that heavy damage on. It's going to be brutal, man. I think there's going to be a few pit stops in the early laps. So Annap is sitting on pole. He'll be wanting to make a clean getaway and not get involved in what could be absolute a cluster of a mind-sweeping mess behind him. Garuda starting in 2nd, Matthew Studios in 3rd, Sinister in 4th, MJ starts in 5th, Reckless starting 6th, with 7th, Ollie. What a cracking lap from Oliver there. God, is he the top of the Honda? No, top Honda's on pole, isn't it? But he's the next top Honda, so absolutely cracking. J Car in 8th. And then we have Thunder starting in 9th, Big Dan in 10th, and we're still within a second of pole. Are we not? I think so. Fantax in 11th. Actually, it's only just. It's Chunky Ribena just missed. He was in. It was just Ben Hughes just out. So, yeah, Thunder in 9th, 10th for Big Dan, 11th for Fantax Racing, Autosport starting in 12th. Is it? Or is it just from each other, the gap? It must be just from each other, innit? No, look at that. 103.688, 103.705, 103.765. That's tightly packed indeed. Autosport starts 12th, Chunky Ribena 13th, Ben Hughes in 14th, Get Boosted starts 15th. My good. Jonathan Carr also saying he is live on YouTube if you want to drive and line them all up, everyone's aspects. Okay, so I suggest you get yourself, grab something to drink. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to. Oh my. Sounding a bit weird. I'm going to come out of that, go back into that, and see how it all looks. There we go. Everything's back to normal again. Sorry, I should have muted that. I didn't even give it a thought.
I'm getting lots.
It's the whiskey I'm blaming. I blamed the coffee last week. It's the whiskey this week. Oh, yeah, Vodka Rob saying he's getting a lot of loading problems, but it could be his phone. And Thunder saying it could be connection issues. Well, look at that. Well, do you know what? There was something trying to download on my thingy, but I paused it. Yeah, look, it's gone back again. Cheeky, pause. Yeah, Ark Survival Ascender's trying to do a download. Or an upload. Or an, you know.
It's all good now.
And I paused it earlier when I started. And it obviously decided, do you know what? That was long enough. Let's start again. So, yeah, that could be what happened there. My PS5 decided it was going to carry on uploading a DLC or a new map. New map for Ark. I'm probably never going to look at because I'm still on the island. Here we go then. Less chat, a little less conversation, a little more action is guaranteed. So brace yourselves. What kind of camera trickery is this? Is that the best camera you're going to give me? You shocker. No, it's all right. It's a rolling start, remember. So we are good. And Adnap leading them away. Garuda, though, we know is solid. And Matthew Studios has got nothing to lose in this championship. So Adnap then leading them away. They are away indeed. Going up to that very high-speed first corner. And it's going to be about cold tyres and big balls in this one, and Adnap just commits like a mofo, and it looks like Matthew Studios all up in Garuda's business, and Garuda could be in trouble here. Alexei is mighty powerful down a straight, but no, oh my word, Garuda are ahead of Adnap. No damage though. Adnap's on the medium tyre, Garuda's gone for medium tyre, and so has Matthew Studios, and we got more action here with someone coming up the inside. It's Sinistor taking the position away from Matthew Studios, and MJ's in the midst of it as well. He wants some of that action. He's wanting it. Come on, give me some, he says. Oh, halfway up the... No, he's not even up the side of the Lexus, and he has to tuck in behind for the toe. And again, he has a look up the inside, getting a toe off the Nissan ahead, but Adnap is wise. Adnap has got the move going on as well on Sinister, who is leading. We were too busy watching MJ, and Sinister somehow has whipped up ahead of all of them, but Adnap getting a lovely toe out that final corner, goes up and the inside. And this is going to be crazy, crazy stuff all the way through. I can tell Garuda now down in fifth. This is going to be like an oval race, it seems. Limited Reckless is in sixth with Thunder in seventh. Ollie in eighth place. J Car ninth with Big Dan in 10th. Get Boosted is up to 11th already with Chunky Ribena in 12th. Look at all these cars. It is mental and beautiful all at the same time. Autosport in 12th. Oh, we got to lose it. Fantax loses the back end but stays out of the way of trouble. He started on the hard tyre. That is a tough one. Oh, and it looks like Chunky Ribena as well had a similar. It looks like we had a double A spin lay. Let's have another look, shall we? I know there's action. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it was just a little synchronized spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Now you can go to Chunky Ribena's YouTube channel and feel the tenseness he is feeling now after that spin. But still, look, two spins. Two cars, I mean, spun. Oh, now we've got more problems here. It's not Big Dan, is it? Going slow? It didn't look like Big Dan. I think it's Hughes. Matthew Studios. Oh, my word. It's Matthew Studios. He's had an issue. But it's all right. Still no damage, though, I'm saying. Is that Garuda coming around? Why is Garuda in 12th? Oh, my God. We've missed something huge. Where Garuda and Matthew Studios has ended up very far down the field here. No damage though, so not so bad. It can't have been terrible. Adnap leads by 7/10. I'm so sorry, I don't know what happened there. MJ's now up to second with Sinister in third place, and Reckless is up into fourth place. Thunder is fifth. Oh dear, someone's having problems. They've said in the chat their wheel keeps turning. And that then leads MJ in second place, and Sinister is in third. Reckless fourth, but Reckless has got Thunder right up in his wake, and oh, look at that beautiful shot there on board with the Thunder, and he's coming, but the Ollie's there in the mix as well, somewhere behind him. A little golden purple Honda is lurking behind, but it looks like lost a bit of time coming out of that corner, and the battle is real there. Thunder putting on the pressure to the new lad Reckless. Well, new lad to us, I don't know if he's raced with these guys before, but at the moment he's doing a mighty fine job. We haven't really taken note of the tyres, so let's have a look. Adnap started on the mediums, and it looks like Adnap going out wide there, and MJ getting an easy move done, and it might be let Sinister through as well. No, it's not. Sorry. It's just Adnap's line. MJ, Sinister. Thought there was some movement there. Oh, look at those three cars. With Boosted in the mix as well. And Ollie at the moment fighting with Boosted and J Car. J Car moving up into 6th place. Boosted now has made his way up into 8th. Big Dan in 9th place on the hard tyre. Big Dan starting on the hard tyre. That's what we're going to look at, the tyres, sorry. Adnap, medium tyres. MJ on mediums, and Sinister's going for a move. He's also on the medium tyre. Thunder is in on the medium tyre, sorry. J Car is on the soft tyre. J Car, is that not the tactic he used the other day? Soft tyres and bolted. Boosted is on the medium. Ollie is on the mediums. Then we've got Reckless is also on the mediums. Big Dan is the top runner on hard tyres, being chased by Ben Hughes, who's on the medium tyres. Garuda, who must have had some sort of accident with possibly, although, you know, there was two of them down there, but Fantax and Chunky Ribena spun independently of each other. So, you know, Garuda might have had his own issues as well as Matthew Studios. But Garuda trying to make his way back to the top from 11th. And behind him, Matthew Studios under pressure from Fantax Racing. Fantax on the hard tyres, Matthew Studios on the mediums. It's going to be a tough one for Fantax. He might have to just be patient, sit in behind and wait for those mediums, or not, maybe not. Did he go for it? No, he didn't. They're all taking such a wacky, weird line, and Autosport did go for it, though, and got himself past Fantax there. Brilliant stuff. And Chunky Ribena in 15th on the medium tyres as well. Don't forget, he's carrying that injury. So Adnap then flying at the moment. He's got a nice gap, a comfortable gap to MJ, the Nissan. The two Nissans with Sinister as well, but you've got to edge that Sinister's going for the move on MJ. And MJ holding his ground at the moment. Very close racing betwixt the two of them, and Sinister, it pays off. He's through. It is virtually an oval in that first corner, so they're oh, Sinister having a look at Adnap, but Adnap was no siree. I'm going to just absolutely nail it through this corner and leave you in the mire. MJ having a look. There's movement down here. Get Boosted. Oh God, come on, cameraman. Get Boosted's just got himself past a J Car on those soft tyres, and I think they're starting to ail him now. Lap 7, and I believe the soft tyres are half torn up already, and I believe J Car looks to be struggling for grip as Get Boosted gets on his Way. Who said that? Limited Reckless then. I mean, this is like flashing here, there and everywhere. I do apologise. The action is everywhere. Is that just like that's not the standard livery for that car? It's just really weird that Reckless and J Car have got the same livery. How has that happened? I think J Car just sort of like, he must have done his first. Are they exactly the same? I think there's more green on Reckless's one, isn't there? It's got a green underbelly. Look at me, there's a cracking race going on, and I've got myself, yeah, he's got a green bumpy, there's more green, yeah, wowzers. Yeah, I've got myself carried away about liveries when instead I should be following a bloody race. So Adnap 6/10 ahead of Sinister with MJ in hot pursuit. He is up all in Sinister's business and letting Sinister know he is there, and he has a toe and he wants to get by. Coming up to the first corner, this is MJ's best chance before Boosted comes along and spoils the party. And MJ then, he didn't spoil the party. The boy's fast, what can you do? It's a gift. MJ then tucking in underneath, didn't get the job done before the corner. He's coming out of the corner, he's got a better run, but there's nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, and they've caught Adnap up as well. And now we've got a lovely little battle up front here, as I was thinking I should go and look at the rest of the field. That's timing for you, and maybe they won't do nothing for a lap or two. But I imagine Sinister will be thinking now he doesn't want to be caught up in amongst all of this, with Get Boosted moving on rapidly his way. Thunder in 5th, J Car is running in 6th at the moment, very comfortably, but those tyres are they're going away from him. Ollie behind him, 104.2 last time out on his mediums. J Car 104.6, slower than the Honda, and he's going to be getting a bit nervous now with the lap times he's producing from his Lexus. What has he done this time? A 104.7. Ollie's done a 104.4, and yeah, I think he's rinsed those tyres. They're past their best. Reckless then in 8th place. His medium's looking rather tidy, and he's trying to close in on Ollie. He's done a 104.4, which is a very similar time to Ollie. Then we've got Garuda in 9th. He's slowly making his way through the field of 104.1. He'll be catching the guys ahead of him at that rate. Ben Hughes has got himself past Big Dan. Big Dan has had slippage on those hard tyres. It must have been tough to keep the guys behind, and he's slipped back. Oh, Booster's already up into 3rd, wasting no time. No, what? Hey, someone who's gone? Who was up there? First of all, we've got to work out. Thunder, was it? Thunder? No, it was MJ. Where the friggin' hell is MJ? There is MJ. Sorry, MJ. It's got to be done. So MJ, he was sitting in a nice, comfortable... Oh, has it already happened? Have I missed it already? Oh, he had a penalty. Huge penalty there now for MJ, dropping him down the field. Well, it's not as embarrassing as a spin, I would assume. So Sinister then in the lead with Adnap on the chase. He's gone one way, he's gone another. Is that the switcheroo? It is. And Adnap then playing the dummy and taking the spot. Beautiful stuff. And that leads from Sinister. Get Boosted is catching them. Hand over fist. Thunder in a comfortable 4th place, and he will be getting giddy. Sat in 4th. I mean, he really didn't enjoy Tokyo last week, did he? He really thought it was a big steaming hot pile of turd poo. And now look at him, flying in 4th place. What do you like? J Car finally going to get rid of those tyres. They're doing him no favours whatsoever. And the hard tyres is a no-no as well, it might be said. Big Dan doing a 104.8 on the hard tyres, but mainly 5s, where everyone around him is doing 104s. So it's tricky. There is Matthew Studios. He's behind Big Dan. He had a slippage earlier in the race, and now he's made the move up and into... No, he hasn't made the move up into 10th place. Big Dan, side by side around the outside of the corner, but the job is now done. And Matthew Studios is up and into 10th place. And Big Dan slippage down into 11th, but he is on the hard tyre. He is playing the long game. Fantax in 12th. Oh, TD Sport losing the back end. You know, I reckon that was down to the dirty air of Fantax. They were both coming through that corner rather close, and I think the old Honda got a little wind under its sails, and oh look, he gets a 5-second penalty. That is why I don't like the penalty system. I understand it's the same for everyone, but my good golly gosh, does he deserve 5-second penalty for making a mistake? Does he though? I implore you, Kaz, look into that. J-Car is in 15th. I'm buttons all over the place. He's made that pit stop. He's put the medium tyres on, and he's put a bit of fuel in. Yeah, he's put about a quarter of a tank of fuel in. He's got a nice clear track ahead of him. Oh God. 1.5 seconds to Autosport's hard tyres, and he's going to be paying a huge hefty penalty any second now, so yeah, J-Car should clear him, and then he's got about 4 seconds to the right, Bina of Chunks, so he can nail some very, very steady laps. Meanwhile, Adnap has lost Boosted, and they've lost... Where is Sinister? Sinister slipping down. What did he do? Oh, a 110 with no pit stop. That looks like that. Maybe he got one of those unfortunate penalties. But yeah, Sinister taking a hit. And now he's down with Thunder. Thunder in a podium position here. Hasn't put a foot wrong all a race. Or a tyre wrong. And he's doing the job. He is doing the job. Adnap last week had a plan. This week, that plan is to win. And at the moment, he's doing the right thing. Booster's dropped. Booster drops as well. The high-speed ring is taking no prisoners and delivering casualties. Sinister then makes his way back up to third as Get Boosted gets himself dusted off, and there is Garuda making the move on Boosted. Garuda up to 4th. Did he slip down to 11th, 13th or something? So Garuda slowly has ploughed through the fields, and he's back up at near the top. Oh, right under Sinister's rear wing. My good golly gosh. He's going for the move. Boosted's in amongst it all as well. Look at all those cars. How the hell am I supposed to keep track of all of that? MJ's at the back. Ollie's just behind. Garuda is dropped behind Reckless there. I missed something looking in the backgrounds. And now Reckless is in 5th, Boosted 4th, Sinister 3rd. Thunder is 2nd place with Adnap leading. And that's a lovely gap for Adnap at the moment. 5.2 seconds. The better of Thunder, whom is 1.3 seconds ahead of Sinister, 2 tenths ahead of the Boosted. Reckless then in 5th. Ollie is in 6th. He's ahead of MJ 7th. Garuda slipping down into 8th place. That really hurt him. He got the fastest lap last time around, but that lap was painful. 3 wide going around the long sweeping left-hander. And Ollie there holding ground on the inside, but they're all jostling and they can't decide. MJ wants the position. He's going for the position. Garuda backs out of it. Oh, Garuda gets squeezed up against the wall by the gravity, I think. So I don't think MJ touched him, but he still makes his way by MJ. Does Garuda? Oh, come on, thingy with your buttons. Ollie then 5th place. What a race. Reckless is in 4th. We are how long are we in? 17 minutes of this 90-minute race, and they're racing like it's a sprint, for heaven's sakes. There is no pacing oneself out there. Adnap as well. He's getting halfway through those medium tyres. Oh no! What has happened to the Thunder? Where is he? Did he pit? Where? No, he can't be this far down. He's there. What? Huge penalty. Well, I don't think we're going to see what happened. Oh, it's just a spin, I reckon. Damage as well, but we'll keep an eye on. Oh no, the damage is gone, so it isn't full damage. But he had to take a big penalty. Oh, what a shame for the Thunder. He did an absolute amazing job. He was cracking. I can't get out of this bloody replay. Keep pressing buttons. Here we go. We did it there in the end. Sinister leads. Get boosted to second. Garuda is third. MJ is now fourth. It's all changed. Oliver is fifth. No, he's not. He's where's MJ go? What happened to MJ? Did he let him by? Did he lift? That was weird. He just sort of disappeared into the shadows. So Oliver now is in fourth place. 3 seconds already. He must have totally come off of his accelerator. Matthew Studios closing in on MJ after MJ strangely slowed right down in that lap. He did a 109. Ben Hughes is into the pits. My God, ask me to keep track of these pit stops, please do. Oh, racing hard tyres on Fantax, but he's been going a while now, and he's got himself ahead of Big Dan, who was the top hard runner, and he's down behind Limited Reckless. Limited Reckless come out of the pits with some medium tyres in 8th. Let's have a run through. Sinister leads. He has not pitted. We are 19 minutes into a 90-minute race, and Sinister leads from Get Boosted, who is all over his tallywhacker. Garuda is in third, also has not pitted, but his tyres are screaming for a pit stop. They're saying, please, no more, no more. There is no more grip to give you, but Garuda is sure he can find more grip. Then we see Ollie just dashing into the pits. His mediums are done. Half a tank of fuel. MJ then, we had a very slow lap. He hasn't pitted, and he's got Matthew Studios right in his business in 5th place now, with Ollie making his pit stop. Reckless, whom has pitted, he's on to the mediums. He was about 4th, wasn't he? So he should move ahead of Ollie. No, Ollie gets out. Ollie gets out. No, there you go. Reckless does get through and past Ollie, and Fantax Racing has not pitted. He's continued on those hard tyres. He's in 8th. J Carr, who was one of the first to pit because he was on the softs, he's in amongst it, isn't he? And Adnap as well. Oh no, Adnap's had an issue because he's down there. Oh, his medium tyres are shot. Go in the pits. End your misery. Big Dan in 10th with Chunky Ribena coming through as well, and Adnap losing places hands over fist with his medium tyres sliding around, and Chunky Ribena having a slide as well, giving Adnap that position back. Ben Hughes on those new set of racing hards is continuing on in 13th, chasing down the chunk of Ribena, who's fighting with Adnap, who is wounded with those tyres at the moment. Is he going to go in? No, he does not. He opts to stay out. Ribena and Adnap, both crazy mofos. Get Boosted leads this race. Everyone's tyres are starting to look pretty shot. Garuda is in 3rd. MJ, also tyres looking done, as are Matthew Studios. Everyone needs a pit stop. Reckless could be leading this race. I don't know, 21 seconds. Reckless could be leading this race in a shock. I'm not saying I don't know Reckless. His lap times are pretty damn good, but it looks like, for me, 21 seconds behind. They're still not pitting though. They're continuing on. They are trying to rinse as much out of these fuel tanks as they possibly can. To what? Make it a one-stop? You're not going to make it a one-stop, are you, with tyre wear like that? So Sinister in 2nd, Garuda in 3rd, MJ 4th, Matthew Studios in 5th, Reckless in 6th, the first of the pit stoppers. Or he didn't pit stop first, but he's the highest of the pit stoppers, should I say. Ollie's back out. He's on mediums, only 1.5 seconds behind Reckless. Then Fantax Racing, who has not pitted, is feeling the heat from J Car. How does that heat taste? So it sat on board with J Car, racing the hard, tired, cladded. What was it? It's a Nissan. J Car in the Lexi. It's Lexus versus Nissan here for 8th and 9th. J Car started on the soft tyres, made the first pit stop of the day, has put medium tyres on and has been running a very nice and steady race ever since. But he has found himself stuck behind Plantax, who is running on the hard tyre, and will possibly not be wanting to pit for another good 10-15 minutes yet. Nice little toe here for J Car as someone else goes boosted into the pit. Sinister leads, Garuda in second, MJ in third. Them three still opting not to make the pit stop. Boosted does make the pit stop. He's going for the undercuts as we see J Car make that move. Not yet though, not yet on Fantax. Now, oh, Fantax driving a Honda, sorry. I apologise for calling it a Nissan. I didn't see the chimney, okay? So, Sinister, Garuda, Matthew Studios and MJ all opting not to make their pit stops just yet. Boosted, where did he come out? Oof, down in 11th. So Boosted out on a set of racing hards. Does he feel like he can go even further into this race? 24 minutes-ish is what the mediums lasted. Now, we have seen Fantax out there, and he's still going strong, and his hards are still looking good. And also, not to mention, Big Dan on the hard tyres, still running. So, all's good in the hood for those guys. But yeah, get boosted down in 11th. Adnap into the pits, down in 13th. That went very wrong for him so far this race. Garuda is leading from Sinister, but Sinister is on him. And it looks like Garuda has to lift a little in that corner. No grip, I imagine, as they put a lap on Autosport. Matthew Studios has dropped back significantly, as has MJ. MJ takes it into the pit lane. Matthew Studios continues on, and as predicted, Reckless is still heading on his way to lead this race, to be in the lead of this race. It is looking good for him. MJ into the pits. Ollie's through. Remember, MJ, I think, was racing these guys, Reckless and Ollie. J Car through. Fantax not pitting yet, but those hard tyres, I said they were looking good, but they're not. I lied, they're not going well at all. Big Dan's not going well as well. So yeah, the hard tyre not lasting any longer than the medium, really. Is it worth it? MJ's gone for a set of hard, so it must be. Get boosted. MJ beat boosted out of the pits. How did that happen? Jesus. Ben Hughes in 11th. He's also on the hard tyre. Chunky Ribena, he has recently pitted. He is opted for another set of mediums, and why not? They last as long, if not longer, than the hard tyre. Thunder, he's on a newish set of mediums. Autosport had started on the hards, and he has continued onwards on the hards. And Adnap has put another set of mediums on, and he'll be wanting to make ground. Here we go then, Garuda, a move on Sinister. It looks like they're just swapping positions, isn't it? On purpose, I mean. Garuda then up and in. Can you play? With the tyres being that worn, a spin is around any corner, and we know Garuda, just a sneeze can. And still they continue on. They are crazy folk. They are crazy folk. Matthew Studios also continuing. Limited. Racing Ollie. Ollie wants it. Ollie has a thirst today. He has a thirst for positions. Matthew Studios, I apologise. I said he didn't go in. He did. I lied. And Ollie gets up ahead of Limited. So even if the two ahead pit, Limited is not limited. I don't know, that's LMTD. It's probably some team he races for, sorry. Reckless will not lead the race unless he can get past Oliver again. Again, I don't know if he's already got past Oliver at all in this race, but Ollie got past him. Sinister then, 1 second behind Garuda. Garuda making it count at the moment. 104.8 on a dead set of tyres is not bad. Oliver fighting off Reckless for third, fourth Reckless, fifth is J Car. He started on the softs, remember, pitted the first. Garuda is in. Garuda is the first to make a move. Sinister believes he can still get another lap out of these tyres, but wow, he's about a second off his own pace. And that plays in the hands of people who have all coming out of the pits. That's amazing. How is Boosted and all of the other guys ended up so far back after their pit stops, and Garuda gets out ahead of J Car? That's astonishing. He's filled up with fuel, he's put new tyres on. Oh, maybe it's damage fixing. Maybe others have had damage to fix. But yeah, Garuda comes out in fourth. Only 5 seconds behind Reckless. Fantax Racing goes ahead of J Car. Oh no, there is no damage. We saw it clear up, didn't we? Big Dan still continuing on with those hard tyres. Get Boosted right up his chuff. And Sinister is in. Sinister is in. That means the little purple and gold Honda. Is that blue and gold or purple and gold? I might need a second opinion. Lennon? Is that purple and gold or blue and gold? Gold. That Honda. He's gone for purple, I'm going with purple. Purple and gold is leading the race. Oliver Zervika is in the lead. Tactically, strategically, not flukily, but actually, goddamn honest, as the day is long, is leading this race from skills. So Ollie leads with Reckless chasing him down in second. Garuda is in third spot with Fantax in fourth, still not pitting yet on those hard tyres. J Car is in fifth with Sinister coming out in sixth ahead of Boosted. Boosted's pit stop was shocking, absolutely shocking. He's going to have a word with his pit crew. I reckon they were on a tea break whilst he was pitted. MJ also not a great pit stop from him. He's in eighth. What did Sinister's tyres? Mediums. Garuda. Mediums. Boosted and MJ both going the hard route. The hard route. Fantex finally comes in to the pits. Matthew Studios then should move up, as will the others. There they go. Unbelievable stuff here. Is Big Dan going to pit as well? Big Dan back in 12th. He pitted before. This will be interesting between him and Fantax. We'll get Fantax on the move. Thunder hasn't quite got by yet. No, it looks like Fantax is safe in 9th place for now. Cracking stuff, lads. Cracking stuff. Thunder in 10th, and he is being closely chased by the Ribena of chunkiness. And the chunky one gets by. Unbelievable. Get over to his channel, like, say Thingy says hi, and say great move on the Thunder. So Chunky then up and into 10th place. Big Dan chasing that battle. I imagine he would like it to go a little longer, that battle, to slow each other down. Fantax just ahead of that. We have got fights bubbling here, there and every blooming where. Big Dan in 12th. Ben Hughes under pressure from Adnap. Adnap trying to get a bit of a comeback going on here. Autosport's gone in for a pit stop, his first pit stop of the day. He's back out, 15 seconds behind Adnap, but Adnap is all up and in Ben Hughes' issues, and they're really working through some things right now, the pair of them, and they're 10 seconds adrift of Big Dan. But Adnap on those medium tyres should be able to go a little bit faster. Oliver is leading the race. He is under mean pressure from Reckless is dicing up some actual pressure on Oliver, and Oliver is soaking it up in his gold and purple / blue Honda. I didn't forget what the car was. I forgot what I was going to say. I was thinking about having a sip of whiskey. Okay, Gentleman Jack. It's not a sponsor. I had to bloody pay for it, so don't think. Now, here we go. Ollie is no fuel. Loads of tyre, no fuel. What happened there? Reckless is low on fuel. Maybe this is why we see, and they were so high up in the order, they didn't maybe even touch the fuel in their pit stops. Garuda, mighty fuel tank, and he can see the battling ahead of him. I can't call this win. I cannot call it. I can't see who's gonna in 56 minutes be the one to cross the line ahead of everyone else. At the moment, Reckless and Oliver are gonna have to make a pit stop pretty soon, I believe. Just because, well, Oliver is. He's definitely gonna have to make a pit stop soon. Not this one though. Not this round. It really hits you in the back of the throat. That's what she said. Garuda in third with Sinister fourth. J Car is in fifth. Boosted is in sixth place with MJ right under his chuff in seventh. Matthew Studios eighth place at the moment on the medium tyres, and Fantax in ninth. And where will Oliver end up? Chunky under pressure from the Thunder. I think is that Chunky going up past Thunder? He may have done. On board with Thunder. God, why do I always choose Thunder? Oliver is into the pits now then. He makes that pit stop. And that's strange he didn't put a bit more fuel in when he pitted last time around. That means Reckless is leading this race. His debut on at least this channel. I don't know with this crew. He also has a flashing fuel tank though, so he'll be pitting pretty soon himself. Garuda in second. J Car was one of the first to pit, and he's still got a quarter of a tank of fuel in that car. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how Oliver and Reckless have managed that. They just obviously did not put any fuel in at all. But they could have got a few more laps out of those tyres, I feel. Where did Oliver come out then? In 8th place. That's not bad. He's gone for another set of mediums, and he has filled that bad boy up in 7.4 seconds ahead of Fantax Racing. And what did Fantax go to? He is sticking with the hards. He liked the hards. They worked for him. That could be a two-stop strategy where these other guys might have to go 3, possibly 4 with the tyre wear that we're seeing today. Chunky Ribena still being shadowed by Thunder. Remember at the beginning of this race, Thunder was in 3rd position. Just saying that. I'm not trying to make him feel bad, but I'm just saying he was in 3rd position at the beginning of this race, early doors in this race. That's that battle. He did a 105.4 last time out. Thunder 104.7. The pace is a little too fast for a Big Dan to be able to clock onto the back of that. A 104.9 from Chunky last time round, and Thunder doing a 104.9. Big Dan. Line yet? Oh yeah, that's 105.4. So Big Dan unable to go forth and fight those ahead of him. Adnap we saw fighting Ben Hughes. He's passed, he's done with him, and now he is chasing down Big Dan. 6.3 seconds. Limited Reckless. It's not limited. It looks like limited though. Has gone into the pits. That's Sinister has rocked up to the back of Garuda there, and now Garuda is not so lonely up in front. Sinister having a look. And I think we're getting close to that time where you get to just enjoy. But J Car's going to be making a pit stop soon. Boosted back up into 4th. MJ in 5th. Sixth, oh no, Matthew Studios has picked up himself up a bit of a penalty. That's painful, as he's only 6 seconds of the freshly pitted Reckless, who has gone for the hard tyre. Oliver on the medium, so they're duking it out again, and Ollie's going for it straight away. His tyres are warmer, but no, he hasn't got enough braking management there, and Reckless keeps the position in his Alexei. Great racing from the pair of them there, Reckless and Ollie fighting it out. Fantax running a good race at the moment. He's 9th, but when they pit, I think he's got 1 pit stop less than the guys ahead of him. Chunky Ribena cannot get rid of that shadow of Thunder. Hey, Chunky, you got a thundercloud following you around. So, yeah, Chunky has brought the Thunder with him. And Big Dan in 12th, Adnap in 13th. It was 6 seconds. It's down to 5.6 seconds. He is catching him around a second a lap. Ben Hughes in 14th on the hards, staying ahead of Autosport, who has backed out of it totally to let the leaders through. Garuda then leads. Sinister in 2nd. J Car is up to 3rd. Boosted. No, that is right. Boosted is now going to take 3rd from J Car, but J Car isn't going to give it up easily. But Boosted says, I'll go around the outside of you then, on my hard tyres. He's 8 seconds off, though, of Sinistor. J Car, I predict, is going to need a pit stop pretty soon, and MJ will be cleaning up after that pit stop. In fact, I'm hanging around for you, J Car. Oh, you didn't pit that lap. Screw you. Oh, no, Sinister's through. Sinistor is through and into the lead. I was going to sit on board with him so you could have a bit of a chill with Sinistor, but he has lost the lead now. I mean, he's taken the lead, sorry, and Garuda has lost the lead, so maybe we'll sit on Garuda's car. So I see Jake has pitted. We saw that. I mean, we would have taken that for that. So, yeah, that was Gruder. On board with Gruder then for a few laps there as he chases Sinister down. And it's looking dull, but I don't know if they have rain at High Speed Ring. I'm not sure, but it is looking quite dull out there, I've got to say. Which will be good for them. Cooler track conditions helps with the tyre wear, so I imagine a few of them will be quite pleased. See those clouds, as long as they don't produce rain. It's starting to look quite heavy though. And where is High Speed Ring? I always imagined it was in America. Because it's a pretend track, but you know what I mean. So let's have a run through then. Sinister leads, half a tank of fuel. We're virtually dead on the halfway mark now. Ooh, a little nudge with the barrier there, but it seems to have got away with it. I saw you, Sinister. I caught it. Garuda in second, Boosted in third. Boosted's on the hard tyres and they're starting to look a little used. Well, I suppose the softs, the mediums are as well. What good is that if the hards don't last any longer than the mediums? It's crazy. MJ also on a half torn up pair of hard tyres. And Ollie there is still... oh no, he's not under pressure from Reckless. Reckless dropped back. Oh my jeez. Oh, he went hard, didn't he? Oh yeah, Reckless put hards on. And... Matthew Studios all up in Oliver's business, but he is running on fumes. He is low on gas. That man is going to have to make a pit of stop soon. So Ollie just has to... I'll tell you what, Ollie has soaked up some... he's soaked up some pressure today, hasn't he? He's been under the cosh. For show. For show has he been under... the hammer all the way through this. Look, and Matthew Studios still continues on. And Matthew Studios then under pressure. I just feel there's going to be a move here, so I'm just hanging fire just to see if something comes of this. Oh, Matthew Studios having a look, and he's gone. He pulled the trigger and he just pulled a sly one up the inside, and Ollie there leaving the door open a little too long for the Lexus, and it's through. Don't panic, Oliver. He needs fuel. Just sit in his toe, enjoy it. Do not compromise yourself. Do not race him too hard. Yellow flag. Oh, dang. What did Booster do? Booster just too fast for himself. Has a barrier bash for 5. 2 barrier bashes for a Michael Massey record 10-second penalty. And boy, oh boy, that's going to be a tough one to pull back. But I have every faith that the Boosted will. He's got into the pits. And he's back out again. Where has he gone for hard tyres again? He has. And he's still carrying that hefty old penalty. So Sinister leads with Garuda in second. MJ is in third. Oliver is now up and into fourth. It looks like Matthew Studios must have pitted in amongst all of that. Reckless is in fifth with Fantax Racing doing a fantastic job in sixth place. Chunky Ribena, who was nowhere at the beginning of this race, he's made his way up to seventh. He does need a pit stop, so you can go over to his channel and see what his plans are, but he is going to need to pit pretty soon. But he's getting some good pace out of that car now. I think that wrist is all fixed. Get Boosted 8th place, and now he is paying a ridiculous fine to Michael Massey. Look at this. That's silly. It is silly. Even if it gives you straight away the barrier penalty, when I don't know how you can fix it. It's beyond me. But that's heavy, man. So Matthew, where were we? He was about Fantax Racing 6th, Chunky Ribena 7th. Look at them go. Whoosh, what a fast car. J-Car is under pressure from Big Dan. No, surely not. J-Car has. He's gone for the hard tyre and struggling with pace with that hard cut tyre. And it's Alexei versus Alexei. And we are going to get some beautiful stuff going on here soon. But Big Dan closing in on the Castrol Lexus. Rich energy. Rip 'em off energy is all up in his business, but he cannot make the decisive move to get by his Lexus partner. Chunky Ribena in. We saw his fuel was low, and Chunky Ribena then making a pit stop. We're coming up to 50 minutes of a 90-minute race, 40 minutes left, and these two are still going for it. Chunky Ribena drops behind, and Matthew Studios, then we should continue looking down the grid, won't we? That's what we were doing in the past. But these two were racing each other, and we thought we'd hang around to see how it developed. And at the moment, J-Car has the measure of the man. I think Big Dan's tyres are a little older than J-Car, but J-Car doing an absolute legendary job keeping Big Dan at bay, and Big Dan giving it his all. Giving it everything to try and find a way past the Castrol Lexus, and he cannot. We can't watch you two all day, can we? We've got to move on. Matthew Studios in 9th. He's on the racing hard tyre. So last week I was saying the hard tyre is absolute waste of time, and they have all opted for it. Chunky Ribena all the way down in 11th after that pit stop. He's gone for another set of mediums, not quite full tanks, and he's got a can-do attitude, so I'm sure he's going to do well. Ben Hughes is in amongst it here with the leaders, and that's a scary situation to be in, but everything seems fine at the moment. Don't make a move, don't make a move, don't try and overtake him, don't try and overtake him. No, he's not going to try and do that. He knows better not to overtake the leaders. What a fine job Ben Hughes does then. He's 4.5 seconds ahead of Thunder. Thunder must have had an issue. Well, he made a pit stop on that for 3. But, yeah, he said he enjoyed the race with Chunky, like he'd given something away, given up. And he is a little bit behind him, 7 odd seconds. So, but Thunder on the medium tyres, still every chance. Adnap's race has not gone to plan. He had a plan. It did not happen. And Autosport in 15th, chugging on with those hard tyres. So the lead, Sinistor. His tyres are virtually spent. Garuda's as well. These two we saw taking those medium tyres right up to the limit. They put it all in. In the background there we see, no, it's not MJ. Sorry. In the background, MJ is some way away, 21 seconds. Hard tyres, they're virtually spent as well. Well, he could be in the lead if this race he did. But his medium tyres look like they're virtually done. With Fantax's hards half done. So we are coming close to another round of pit stops, and poor old Reckless must have had a barrier knock, because he's got the 5-second barrier knockage penalty as they all plough by. J-Car, Fantax, well, I think Fantax was ahead of him, but J-Car, Big Dan and Matthew Studios all gain off the Reckless, having a little knock with the barrier and boosted as well. So wow, that was a hit for Reckless. Absolutely a massive hit for Reckless. And he's down in 10th, being chased by Chunky Ribena in 11th. He's on the medium tyres. Reckless is on the hard. It's inevitable. The Ribena is gonna rock up to the back of Reckless. Ben Hughes in 12th. Very respectable first race here. I haven't noticed him before. So hats off to Ben Hughes. He's done a great job. Thunder in 13th. He was 3rd earlier in the race. I don't want to keep rubbing it in if he watches this back. Thunder, you were 3rd. No, these things happen. You can't help it. You just got to roll with the punches. Got to roll with the punches, make the best of a bad situation. And Thunder at the moment, He's looking for positions come the end of this race. It's still a championship race. There is still points to be had and places to be taken. Adnap as well. Race not going how he would have liked it. Absolutely owned it at the beginning of the race, leading. And now in 14th. Looking for a bit of traction. Autosports in 15th. And on hard tyres, very respectable lap times, it has to be said. He should be in there. He should be in there in the fights with lap times like that. Sinister under the cosh again. Garuda going for that move. Remember last time round, Garuda got Sinister just before the pit stop. Sinister went in earlier than Garuda. I think Garuda stayed out a lap or two longer. And Sinister at the moment riding the wall as he goes around the corner. And Garuda is in hot pursuit of his Nissan on Nissan action here with NJ a further 24 seconds down the road. But NJ must be looking at a pit stop pretty soon. His tyres weren't looking the best the last time we saw. Let's have a quick look. No, the hard tyres, and I imagine a dead set of hard tyres is a lot worse than a dead set of medium tyres. What times he doing? 105.3. Garuda's was a 104.5. That's a lot. Ollie's doing a 104.9 and he is catching MJ. But again, his medium tyres are getting to the end of their life. Fantax, he's starting to get through the hard tyres. Particularly the rear left is feeling it. J Car on a freshish set of hards, just ahead of Big Dan, whose tyres are coming to the end of their cycle as well. Matthew Studios on a fresh set of hards, ahead of Boosted, who had an absolute, he had a howler of a spin in the fast corner. I imagine he was chasing the fastest lap at the time. And he bounced off the barrier twice and got 10 seconds. So get Boosted now in 9th place, fighting for every single piece of ground. He has to. Sinister's leading this championship. He can't rest on his laurels. Reckless then, he got hurt by the penalty system as well and is out of position in all fairness in 10th. Chunky Ribena catching him. Reckless doing a 105.1 last time out. Chunky Ribena a 104.1, 1 second a lap faster, and he's less than a second behind him. So Chunky Ribena, we should see getting by Reckless in this next couple of corners, maybe. Should we hang fire and see? Whoa, and I think Reckless having a little nudge with the barrier, and that has helped Chunky out no end, and it is like taking candy from a baby. He is through. No, not through yet. Reckless right on the inside. Look at that. Absolutely a toast to these guys. I raise my glass because that was clean as a whistle. Oh yeah, this whiskey's pure. There she goes. There she blows. Ooh. So Sinister leads from Garuda. Neither of them looking like a pit stop is in the order of events so far. MJ, his fuel is flashing, his tyres are screaming. What is he going to do? Stick or twist? We will not know until he gets to the around this next corner. He's got Ollie 4.3 seconds behind, slowly catching him. He's going again. Is MJ. Track position not as important as distance travelled, it would seem. Ollie then in 4th place. Fantax in 5th. And I believe Ollie and Fantax can go further than MJ on this stint. J Car is under a huge pressure. Big Dan also from Boosted. Shall we go on board with Boosted? Always the wrong channel. Picture. So it looks like he's already getting the move. No, he's had to drop back in for the tow. It wasn't enough. Oh, because Dan's going to get a tow as well, isn't he? And now he's got the tow from the two of them. But he could be slightly boxed in if Big Dan's around the outside of him. No, Big Dan's dropped behind him. Big Dan maybe try pick up Boosted's tow. He is. Big Dan trying to pick up the toe from Booster there, I think, to try and get himself by. Fantax, where are they? Where am I? No, Matthew Studios is up. Matthew Studios, it worked really, but Matthew Studios has a little tail kick there. J Car still ahead of Big Dan, so Matthew Studios jumped a pair of them. And oh no, what's that? Oh my gosh. Was that wasn't just Big Dan though, was it? There was someone else involved. I thought I saw a white car spinning. No, it looks like that was Big Dan all on his own. I thought Matthew Studios had gone, but no, both of them are still there. J Car and Matthew Studios. It was just Big Dan on his own, driving on the raggedy edge, and the edge bit him. Chunky Ribena up to 9th place in the chat then. We've got Thunder saying last 30 minutes is where things will get interesting. It's been interesting from the off, I've got to say. Sinister and Garuda both pit at the same time. This is the battle of the pit stop, boys. And it looks like Garuda's guys are on it. Sinister's guys are finished. Now they're fueling. Garuda's guys are fueling. Oh my words. The athleticism we're seeing from the pit crew. They've both been released at the same time. Sinister holds order ahead of Garuda. And they go carry on racing, both on medium tyres, both with virtually full fat tanks. Fantax comes into the pits. He's got fuel, but his tyres he's not happy with. MJ has pitted. He's put medium tyres on. Ollie didn't. Oh, Ollie must have pitted as well. And then we've got Matthew Studios nearly catching him up on the hard tyres. Get Boosted is in there as well. And J Car just behind him. God almighty. Look at this gaggle of cars. MJ trying to get his tyres up to temperature. And he has the Horde. The Horde are behind him. They're behind you, MJ. All of them. The whole bloody lot. Oh, no. Ollie's lost the back end. Ollie's lost the back end, but he didn't hit the barrier, so he doesn't get the 5 second at least. Small wonders. J Car's up to 4th place on the hard tyres. Matthew Studios did hit the barrier. He's got the 5 seconds. Chunky Ribena's up to 6th place. He's got damage, but not 5 seconds. Thank heavens. Reckless is back in the race again. Oh, Ollie there in 8th. Oh my word, he must be crushed. Crushed, I tell thee. Fantax, who has just pitted and missed all of that action, just ahead of him, with Thunder in 10th, only 8 seconds behind Fantax, and only 3.5 seconds ahead of Ben Hughes. Dangerous position. Oh, Ben Hughes has got a pit though. His tyres are pretty used and his fuel is low. And that he looks like he's going for a little longer, and Booster's left. Oh no, Booster's left. No points for Boosted. What the bejeebers happened? Oh, hopefully it was a disconnect. And there we go, Ben Hughes into the pits then. And Big Dan, he had a massive one as well. He's got the medium tyres now. He's just going to be head down for the last 27 minutes, cracking on and seeing what he can gain. He might be able to catch Ben Hughes if he goes for another set of hards, but will those mediums get Big Dan all the way to the end? We've seen them about 24 minutes, so it's going to be very tight with those tyres, but he might have a little blast on the old racing softs near the end. You never know. Sinister leads from Garuda. I know there's racing everywhere. Well, who do we follow? It's crazy. So Sinister still leads from Garuda. MJ in 3rd. He survived the Horde. J Car is behind him, but he's on hard tyres. He's out of. He's got a pit. I mean, for all we know, MJ, I don't think will. Oh, it's difficult to say because those medium tyres don't last that well. The track, I assume, has cooled down somewhat because of the cloud cover. But still, I don't know if they're going to get those medium tyres all the way to the end of this race. I don't think J Car's going to get that fuel to the end of this race. Chunky Ribena, if he's not, well, interesting. We'll see. Reckless as well, half a tank. Matthew Studios half a tank. Maybe half a tank is what they're thinking is going to do it. Fantax, he's running to the end. Hard tyres, full tanks, 8th place. Oliver, he's got the mediums, 3/4 of a tank. Oh no! 10 seconds. He's had a double tap of a barrier there. Thunder is going to gain a position. He'd given up on this race, and look. Wow, Ollie was leading this race. Not to rub it in if he watches it later, but Oliver was leading this race. Well, I'm horrible, innit? I am really horrible. It's horrible. I'd hate it if it was me. Duffman says, who needs ICVX? This is all the drama I need. I know, man alive, edge of the seat stuff. I still don't know who's going to win it. And I don't know what happened to Boosted. I miss him already. So Thunder also got past Adnap somewhere along the way. Whoa, go on, Adnap. Thunder is up into 9th.
Extra points for the excellent livery, surely.
And Adnap then is in 10th, and Ollie down in 11th. Big Dan is in 12th on those medium tyres, just ahead of Ben Hughes, who's chasing him down, also on a set of medium tyres. Rub your hands, ladies and gents. Racing abundance here. We've got the leaders, absolutely nose to tail. Garuda can virtually taste Sinister's taint. MJ, there is taint tasting happening now with Garuda and Sinister. MJ, 23 seconds behind him. He's on the medium tyres and he's pulled away from the car. Who's under threat from... Oh! I thought J Car was trying to break on a bit of mud there, and I thought Chunky was going to have him. Chunky up the inside there for the 4th place, and I don't blame J Car for lifting off that one, because that looked scary. So Chunky on those medium tyres, running in 4th place at the moment. This is racing, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to find me something that is more intense than this. Duffman in the chat says Chunky needs extra points for the excellent livery. Surely, he certainly does. And Thunder says Boosted got a 15-second penalty and ended up leaving. Ah, Boosted, are you going to... Sorry, man. Sinister then is leading with Garuda in 2nd, MJ in 3rd. It's frustrating. 15 seconds. I mean, what is that? MJ, can he get this podium? Chunky Ribena is absolutely slinging it at the moment, but I believe he might have to pit before the... Oh, he's definitely going to have to pit. Those tyres aren't going to get him to the end of this race. No way, no way, no way, sir, are those tyres getting to the end of this race. J Car in 5th, Matthew Studios is in 6th, 3 seconds. We've been racing, ladies and gents, for 1 hour and 6 minutes. And look at they're all in a bunch still. How is that? Chunky Rabin is only 2.7 seconds behind MJ now. Granted, MJ, I think, may have enough fuel to get to the end. It's questionable if the tyres can get to the end. It will be tight, I believe. Obviously, Sinister and Garuda are hoping to take those medium tyres all the way to the end. 8 tenths in it between the two leaders. It is crazy. MJ in... Oh, do you know what? I just thought, after taking the mick out of Boosted, he might be watching. Put in the comments, Boosted, that, you know, I'm a dick or something. It's fine. Chunky Ribena in 4th with J Car 1.3 seconds behind. You'll just slag Kaz off for his stupid penalty system. 5 seconds is a little bit too much for hitting a barrier. You not think, can they... I don't want to go into it. You know what? I don't want to go into it because we haven't got the time. We haven't got the time, and I haven't got the energy to say how is it that they can't code it, that they know when someone's sliding on a barrier, using a barrier for, you know, a convenience to get around the corner, and when they're spinning and the back end hits the barrier. When the back end of the car hits the barrier, you're not gaining much time there, guys. You probably could just waiver the 5 second. You could just waive the 5 second penalty. No need. You can't tell what part of the car is touching the barrier. You lazy coding mother... flippers. Sinister leads. He's only 3/10 ahead of Garuda. This has been a tight battle from start to finish. These guys have been at it. They will be drenched by the end of this race. Never have I seen two men tussle so hard since I went on that really strange website. MJ in third place with Chunky Ribena setting chase, but I think the Chunks needs to pit before the end of the race. J Car also, I believe, will pit before the end of the race. Matthew Studios.
Matthew slammed into the back of me. 15 seconds for getting taken out.
Oh,
Absolute
poor
joke.
Booster. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to be mean. Oh, Matthew slammed into the back of me. 15 seconds for getting taken out. Absolute joke. It is, mate. I have said during this race that this that penalty system is pretty bad. But it's been a cracking race, Boosted. If that's any consolation, it's been lit. It's slapped. Even with the penalties, it's been a good race. So, you know, be proud to be part of something that's so amazing. Sinister leads with Garuda in chase. Someone's pitted. That's Adnan, I believe. MJ in third spot. Chunky Ribena is in fourth with J Car in fifth. Matthew Studios is sixth. Look how close these guys are. Someone's going to have to pull the trigger on a pit stop between these guys, aren't they? They're going to put them. Do you know what? Do you reckon they're trying? Yeah, I reckon they're going to try. Chunky Ribena has pulled the trigger. What are the other guys going to do? J Car continues on, and so does Matthew Studios. That surprises me. I thought they'd probably pop in. Maybe they feel that they can get there. 19 minutes. It's a tough one. Fantax are racing. He's doing a super job there. It's the turtle and the hare story. He's stayed on those hard tyres. He's kept his head down. He's done a nice, solid, consistent pace. And it's a good pace as well, let's be fair. And he's going to pick up some hella stacked points here for his first race in the Japanese Touring Masters. So Fantax Racing could be the driver of the day here. He has done an astounding job, although can you give the driver of the day when there has been Sinister and Garuda absolutely nose to tail all the way through and not one punt, not one knock. Matthew Studios, the cause of Boosted's misery, in fifth at the moment, only 7/10 behind J Car, but these two might find J Car has pitted. He's pulled the trigger. Now it's all about the Chunky Ribena, isn't it? Chunky Ribena, he put the mediums on. He's filled up. He's filled up because he is just revving that bad boy out. Look at it, screaming in fifth gear. Unbelievable. So Chunky Ribena, will he get past the car? No, the car is out. J Car is moving. He's on, shuffling. Everybody shuffling. Ollie might grab him. No, J Car. No, Ollie has got him. Ollie is through, up and into seventh place. And the Chunky Ribena is behind the Lexus. Chunky O pulls out to have a look. And I say, J Car should have pitted, same lap. Just saying. Ollie in seventh, but he's going to be in a hell of a nightmare of a situation. Oh, he's gone wide. No, it's just the angle. No, he's gone wide. He go wide. And Chunky Ribena comes through. Look at him, Chunky Ribena. Absolutely nowhere for a good portion of the first part of this race. Is coming good at the end. Get over to his channel. Boost him up. Thunder there, I think, getting a lap on him. Sinister leads with Garuda in second. MJ in third spot. I said MJ wasn't going to pit again, was it? He didn't. He did pit again, though, didn't he? Oh, maybe he didn't. I don't know. Oh, no, yeah, I said the tyres weren't going to last. And I may be wrong, because the tyres, well, they're halfway through. Let's not be too hasty. It's only been 10 minutes, and they've still got 16 minutes to go. So I may have been correct with the tyres. It was Matthew Studios, I said I wasn't going to be able to do it, and so far he has. But look at Fantax Racing, and this is why I might have to award him the Thingymajig commentator's driver of the day, because he's done an absolutely fabulous job. He could get fourth place here. But Chunky Ribena also doing superb. It's Chunky. If Chunky can catch and overtake Fantax in the next 16 minutes, then I'll let Chunky be the driver of the day. Do you know what you get for being one of the Thingamajig's Chunky driver? Chunky. Thingamajig's driver. I wish I hadn't even gone down this route. It's not. It's pointless. There's nothing. There's no payoff to it. It's a waste of time. I'm getting my tongue twisted around it. What the? Why? I should have not even bothered. Yeah, 15 seconds, Duffman. 15 seconds. That's a ridiculous amount of time to carry a penalty. It's like who was it? Ocon. Get boosted is Ocon. Sinister then leads from Garuda. It's never been more than a second between the two of them the whole race. MJ in third. He's having a lonely race. He's a little bored. He'd like Matthew Studios to try and catch up, please. Matthew Studios, though, has his own problem because he's got Fantax catching him. Fantax a 104.8. I mean, this pace on a set of hard tyres is pretty darn good, you've got to say. Matthew Studios is under the cosh. Duffman also in the chat saying, I'm on holiday, but still here for WRC. Man, much appreciated. I know the guys think you are awesome. So Matthews then having a cracking race, but those tyres aren't going to get him there, you know. I don't believe those tyres are going to get him there, and Fantax is doing an impossible pace at the moment. Chunky what? He's down in 7th. Oh yeah, he's lost time. Well, good spot. Oh me, good golly gosh. Oliver and J Car both getting back past. Oh, J Car's gone softs. J Car has gone all speedy with us. He's gone too fast, too furious. And he's gone for the soft tyre. He's all up in Ollie's business, who's on a set of old, minging, used medium tyres that no one loves or wants anymore. And Ollie is trying to nurse them, and no one likes them. So, but J Car's still behind Ollie. Ollie having an absolute fantastic race. Fantastic. Chunky Ribena losing a big chunk of time. What? It's only a 105.8 though, wasn't it? It wasn't huge. So, but Chunky losing some time. Cheers. Good call, Duff, man. And now Chunky looking at J Car, but there is no move there. J Car on them soft tyres. He's going all the way. Ollie in 6th place. But his tyres are old, they're tired, no one likes them. Fantax doing a super job on the hard tyres, putting some pressure on Matthew Studios, who is trying to catch up. Our man MJ, 105.0 for MJ. He's having to ease off in them corners, I imagine, to look after those tyres. And Matthew Studios, a 104.8, I've got to just double check that. That's faster than MJ, is it not? It is faster than MJ, interesting. But Matthew Studios' tyres are absolutely shot to another dimension. Oh, thunder. You know what the F1 drivers do and the endurance drivers do when they need the toilet? You can do it. Just relax. Let it go. Sinister leads with Garuda in 2nd place. MJ in 3rd. Matthew Studios in 4th. But can Matthew Studios make this one go all the way to the end? Fantax is in 5th. Oliver is 6th, but he's got a group of people behind him waiting to come by. And Chunky and J Car in it. All elbows deep in it. And Chunky gets the move done on J Car there. J Car's got the soft tyre though, so one would assume J Car can battle them on their own ground. 9th place there for Adnap. That's not bad, you know. He was trawling around quite far at the back. That's scary, isn't it, when you've got the leaders lapping you? You don't want to make a mistake there, and it looks like he's under the cost because he's got Reckless half a second behind him. So Adnap trying to let the leaders by without losing position to Reckless on the medium tyres. Everything's about the same between Adnap and Reckless, and they are fighting for that 9th place. Big Dan is in 11th. Oh, he's fighting Thunder. Thunder and Big Dan having it big time, but Big Dan's tyres are not looking the best we've ever seen, and Thunder just edges it ahead. Thunder's gone for those soft tyres, so they might not last the rest of this race. Interesting battle to be had here by the Rich Energy Lexus and the pixelated Nissan.
Just had a big fat Caribbean curry drooling face.
Nice. I thought that was some sort of code word at first, Vodka Rob. Vodka Rob says, I've just had a big fat Caribbean curry. And I really thought, is that code for something? Has he been on the devil's lettuce or something? But no, I think he's just had a Caribbean curry. I don't think there's no metaphor or secret message in that. Big Dan, I hope it was lovely. What meat do they use in that? Big Dan then 12th. He's lost it to Thunder. Thunder on those soft tyres, absolutely pelting it. Ben Hughes, 9.5 seconds behind Big Dan, but his tyres are abused and used. And Autosport has just made a pit stop, it seems. Well, no, he's had 2 very bad laps if he's not had a pit stop. Oh, he might have been letting the leaders through. That is a big one, isn't it? Sinister Adnap's got back ahead of him. Look at him, cheeky. He's unlapped himself. He's saying, look, you guys, you're in your own race. Look, they're letting Reckless through. No, I thought Garuda was letting Reckless through here. This is tricky stuff, because Reckless, he wants Adnap. Adnap is using the leaders. The cheeky little monkey is using the leaders as a buffer. Adnap, a sensible racer, one would say. The man with a plan. Adnap is using the leaders as a buffer to keep Reckless at bay. Isn't that just clever? No? Can we not just all acknowledge that Adnap is the professor of the WRC? But Limited looks like he wants to get past the leaders because he wants to fight Adnap, but you can't really overtake leaders. So what an odd position to be in. Oh, you can get mutton or goat as well. Oh, he had chicken, if anyone wondered, in his Caribbean curry, which isn't a metaphor for some sort of legal high. So, Reckless then. Wow, poor Reckless. He can see Adnap. It's a second. We've only got 8 minutes left of racing to go, but he has the leaders in his way. Sinistor leads this race. Garuda is the closest he's been all race. It's unbelievable, but their tyres are starting to fall away. MJ, he's made them last. I didn't think he could. Still 8 minutes though, and they are pretty torn up. I think we might have to have some last minute quick stops here. Fantax Racing, a super job in 4th place at the moment. Matthew Studios, oh, the fuel is not going to make it. Matthew Studios is going to pit, and he's going to drop right in this battle here with Oliver and Chunky, who's caught back up with Oliver now after whatever issues he had. He is back on the pace, and the Honda driver is under a lot of pressure here. Saw some smoke kick up there, tyre smoke, as they drive on the edge. J-Car on those soft tyres, and they're not going to go much further in this race, are they? He's on a push, but man alive, I think Adnap might be in for a position there. J-Car, he might... Oh, this is tense, man. So tense. Reckless still stuck behind the leaders. Oh, he's had a knock with the barrier, and he's had that unfortunate 5-second penalty, and that brings Thunder into play. Ladies and gents, on his soft tyres, going at 1,000,000 miles an hour, with Limited having to pay a huge pointless penalty. It is going to be Thunder that gets something out of this. Sinistor, I thought he was behind for a second then, but no, he's still in the lead. Adnap, you cheeky little monkey. And Vodka Rob saying super close for the time they've been running. I know, it is shockingly close. A 10th between the leaders, and I can't call who's going to win this one. Look at them, they're still racing, ladies and gents. Matthew Studios does go in. He realises that fuel will not get him where he wants to go. and he has to pit. He's going to drop out. Chunky Ribena is up into 6th, soon to be 5th, I would imagine, unless Matthew Studios can get out the pits. He's gone softs. He's gone softs. He's gone racy. He's going to Vin Diesel this bad boy. Chunky Ribena then moving up into 5th place, chasing down Fantax Racer, who is now in 4th. J Car comes. Oh, J Car on those old softs is going to struggle. Who's just picked up Matthew Studios, isn't it? 8th. Oh, there he goes, Matthew Studios, warming his tyres up as the Honda driver tries. Oh, the medium tyres are pretty much shot on the Honda as well. I said it was going to be close calls for these guys. Oh, Matthew Studios sneaks one up the inside of J Car, but J Car not having any grip, loses the back end and finds himself facing the wrong way. Sinister leads from Garuda. It is so close. MJ in 3rd place with Fantax, only 4.8 seconds. MJ, what's his lap times? 105.5. Fantax did a 104.7, 4.7 seconds, 5 minutes on the clock. I'm not doing the math, but the math don't look good for MJ. Hoo-ha! What an absolute blinding race. Sinister leads from Garuda. It looks like Reckless. Oh no, he had a big penalty, didn't he? Where are we with the Adnap thing? J Car's fallen behind Adnap. Adnap up to 8th now. Unbelievable stuff. J Car. It's a Lexus Castrol, but it's a different Lexus Castrol. He's probably thinking, where was the first Lexus Castrol? And where did this Lexus Castrol come from? So Adnap looks like he's pretty good with tyre wear at the moment. J Car may struggle. There is Reckless. He had a big penalty, if you remember rightly. Now he's 9 seconds behind that battle. But Thunder did not catch him. He has caught up with him, but did not catch him with that penalty. But the Thunder's tyres are looking woeful. Big Dan's tyres also looking woeful. Ben Hughes' tyres looking woeful. Come on, has anyone got a set of tyres left out there? Sinister, they're woeful. Garudas are woeful as well. My good golly gosh. MJ's, oh, they're gone, aren't they? No, the front one's got a slither of white left on it. Fantax, 1.9 seconds, ladies and gents. MJ is gonna lose the podium from Fantax. What a absolute race Fantax has run here. No nonsense, no messing. Hard tyres, 2 pit stops, consistent times, all the ingredients for a podium in the world racing community. And there we go, MJ, nothing he can do about it. I think he's just no tyres. No tyres, a 107.7, and Fantax is easily going to go by. Chunky Ribena in 5th. How slow can you go, MJ? How slow will that tyre get you? Can Chunky get you in the next 3 minutes? I doubt it. Sinister still holds that lead. Garuda, though, they're trying to put a lap on a car there. Garuda's picked up a bit of damage, or it looked like he had damage at one point. But now 6/10 between the two leaders. MJ in 3rd for now, but Fantax is hunting. Oh no, MJ's picked up a penalty. He's picked up a penalty. Chunky could still get in the game here. And Fantax then goes through and up and into 3rd place, representing the Hondas that weren't on the podium before. Was it not a Nissan lockout? And now Honda up there. Someone else has moved for some reason. I saw something move down here. No? Oh, J Car's tyres are absolutely gone. Oliver's picked up a penalty. He's got no fuel. It's going terribly. Thunder did get through past Reckless. My God, they're all swapping orders while I'm doing other things. Can you guys not wait? Oh, Oliver's off the track. And Thunder up to 9th now. Reckless in 10th, still carrying that penalty. But Thunder's tyres shot to a sunder. But Reckless now paying the penalty, and he's going to have Oliver. But Oliver had his own issues, didn't he? That's Big Dan. He's got past Oliver. Oh, there you go. There's Oliver paying a penalty. Has he run out of fuel? He hasn't run out of fuel, has he? No, he's up to place then now. Big Dan chasing down the Reckless. Holy guacamole. can you guys settle down now? Can you follow a race like this? Ben Hughes gets through. Poor old Ollie. I'm not saying anything, but he was leading the race at some point. Sinister leads by 2.5 tenths of a second after 1 hour and 28 minutes and 53 seconds. These two are stuck together like absolute glue. This has got to be the last lap. I don't know. They're going to get past that line before that council runs out. Fantax, my driver of the day. I don't know about yours. Absolute sterling job for that third. MJ is getting caught by the chunks. No, Matthew Studios. Where did Matthew Studios come into play? Chunky Ribena. Oh, God. Now Thunder's having issues. What's he done? He's dropped behind Reckless. Why? His tyres are shot. Maybe that's something to do with it. Sinister. Garuda's going for a move around the outside. He has waited the whole race. And now, as they just start their final lap, he is going for the move. Oh, gee. But it's not worked. Sinister still leads. I thought there was going to be a ball crusher in the wall, but it's okay. Sinister still leads from Garuda. It is so tight. The timer has... Hey, Garuda is ahead. He's ahead. And he's holding it. Garuda is ahead. Unbelievable stuff. Is anyone coming up to that line? They bloody are as well, and I've got to find them. Sorry, guys. It could be anyone. Oh, there you go. We got TDR Autosport going over the line, and then we've got Matthew Studios finishing in 4th, MJ 5th, Chunky Ribena in 6th. Adnap is just coming up to the line for 7th. Garuda then, he comes across the line to take the win after sitting behind Sinister. What an absolute banger of a race. Sinister in 2nd, and Fantax coming around for that final podium position. Unbelievable. Oh, it's quite a way. I could have watched a few cars cross the line. I do apologise. Oh, let's have a look. So Adnap 7th, JK in 8th, Reckless in 9th, Thunder finishing in 10th, with Big Dan in 11th. Where are we? Third. There is Fantax just behind Ben, getting a super podium. Great stuff. My driver of the day. Garuda leaving it until the last lap. You cheeky monkey. Wow. What can you say? What? There's nothing to say. There is nothing to be said. Oof. All right, let me get that replay before, I don't know who's the host, but sometimes they get a little excited. Let's get those results up for you to see. And you can see the times and the lap times, and you get the whole look. Thunder in the chat saying better than last time at least. And Vodka Rob saying well done, that lad. Sweet stuff. Garuda, great win. Sinister, oh man, you probably don't. You don't probably see the greatness that happened in front of our eyes, but it was amazing. Fantax, driver of the day. What an absolute! Never took the hard tyres off, stuck to the plan, kept his head down, cracking pace. What can you say? Got himself 3rd. Matthew Studios in 4th. I don't know where he came from. Where did he come from? I missed that. But Matthew Studios in 4th, with MJ in 5th, Chunky Ribena in 6th. Adnap, in the end, pulled himself up to 7th. That is a feat amongst itself, with JK finishing in 8th place. 9th for Reckless, 10th for Thunder, 11th Big Dan, 12th Ben Hughes, Oliver in 13th, Autosport in 14th, and Get Boosted did not finish. Michael Massey effed him. So here we go in the chat then. Matthew Studios, problems, a lot of problems. Wowzers, you can say that. Thunder, I wonder if Boosted will file a ticket considering Matt slammed him into the wall. You didn't see that, Matt. Oh, sorry, Matt.
I did.
Is that I did, like, yeah, I did, or I did, like, did I? No, I suppose you would say, did I, rather than I did. Yeah, well, racing incidents happen, and when you're racing as close as you guys have just raced over 90 minutes, I mean, these things happen. It was a beautiful race. and let's not focus on incidences. Let's focus on what a fantastic, beautiful thing we saw. I said it was either going to be chaos or something magnificent and beautiful, and what we got was a mixture of both. We had some magnificent, beautiful chaos. Right, in the chatter latter, then we have Matthew Studio saying, I didn't slam him. I feel like Oliver slowed down a lot, really a lot. Thunder said, either way, nice tight pack race for a few, fun and painful, just the way it should be. That's it, man. You've all got a tale to tell as they close the room, or are they going on to their next practice? Well, that's. Oh, let's go back to the leaders. So, what a absolute round! I'll quickly tell you what the next round is. So to whet your appetites for next Friday live from exactly here. You will see these guys going at it for round 6. We're going back to the streets of Tokyo, ladies and gents. We are hitting the ground running for round 6. And we are going to be watching out for barriers. Oh, look, we're getting a little look at it now. So don't forget to tune in next Friday. Don't forget to go over and give the other YouTubers a bit of love. The Chunky Ribena, and someone else said they were streaming as well, and I just can't remember who it was. I apologise, but yeah, there was other people. Keep an eye out for them. There's nothing more. I think that I know it's all been World Racing Community on this channel at the moment. We are loving the World Racing Community gang. They are top. But we will be seeing some other things coming soon, so keep peeled. Nothing more to say except for Tiru, peace and love, word to your mother.